Hello everyone, Espurr here. Now, what is today's game on Rainmaker Brine Water where we're watching the ttek. Now, looking at the comps, your comp's actually really good. That is almost a meta comp. Swap that V charger for a leader and that'd be perfect. That'd be meta. Now, the other team isn't a pushover either. They're actually pretty good for solo queue. In terms of comp, that's a pretty good solo queue comp. But, yeah. Anyways, as for what stuff you need to look out for, make sure you know where the ballpoint is so you don't get beamed, and then the carbon, make sure you paint around so that the carbon can't just rush up to you, and so that you know where they are. You want to make sure you keep track of the carbon and the ballpoint. And now, with that out of the way, yeah, I already started the game. Alright, you want to try to pop. There we go. You drop down, and you just want to hold left. That's fine. Make sure to paint, make sure to paint. Make sure to... Okay, that was neat. You can try to push in, actually. Throw a bomb, push in. Okay, I guess you gotta win the fight. There we go. Now pop, 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 pop. Yeah. I don't... Why didn't you pop them? Well, now you died because you stopped looking at the left. You never cleared left. Even though the Rainmaker died, I still think that popping there would have been a good idea. Because you had momentum. Someone else could have, behind you, could have just popped the Rainmaker. And you would have been pushing the enemy. Anyways, run. Yeah, all you need to do right now is just get your special. There we go, pop it. Good. You don't need to throw them all at the Rainmaker. 1 is enough. 3 is overkill. Alright, now push. Alright, you get mid, paint, remember to paint, You're not really painting. You're doing a lot of fighting, not a lot of painting. Okay. You see a ballpoint. I recommend throwing a bomb at them. Actually, no, protect Rainmaker. Good. You can cover left. You can paint left. You're not really doing a lot of painting. You're not really focused. I know you're not, like, you don't want to be focused on painting, but you're really not doing a lot of painting. You're only really painting when you're fighting. Okay, now there's a carbon. Where's the carbon? There's the carbon. You got him? No, you don't. Okay. It'll be fine, though. It'll be fine. It might be fine. It might be fine. If your teammates pop fast, then it'll be fine. But they don't. But a crab gets popped, so you can jump in. It should make enough space for you. You throw a bomb to make some space for yourself, that's okay. Now you're gonna try to be looking for a way to go in here, but you can't do it, so you gotta... I'd recommend going into the middle and throwing bombs, because you're not gonna be helping by going in from the front. Now, let's see. Looking around... You're really not securing any new territory. Like... Painting is very, like, throwing bombs is important, yeah, but painting is more important. Because if you don't paint, then you're not securing new territory. So if you're not securing new territory, then you're not setting up for the next push. And if you're not setting up for the next push, you're just waiting to die. Well, not necessarily, but in general, you're waiting to die. Or at least you're not making progress. That'd be a better way to say it. You're not making progress towards the game. Because 41 is not good in terms of points. Anyways. You need to win the fight here. And you do. There you go. I am noticing, though, you're kind of... It feels like you're not really trying to push in all too hard. I mean, you are. But that lack of painting is meaning that you don't really push in. Because, you know, there's not any paint for you to push in with. But because you're a ttek, you yourself should be getting yourself paint to push with. And anyways, I will say, while you're dead, that they had 2 aspects of the game they wanted to look at. First of all was their specials, and the second part was why they didn't get so many kills. So here, I just want you to defend. That's all you need to do. And paint. Make sure to paint for them. Yeah, okay. Here, that was fine. Try to hold this. Don't win the fight. That's sad. Whatever. Alright. What I will say, though, is you need to get your special. You're halfway. So, just go and grab... You did not need to jump in, but okay. Just get your special. You don't need to do anything. Grab your special. I said grab your special. You're going to die. There we go. Yeah, no, jumping down there is really just dumb. Mainly because... One, there's a carbon in the team. They're probably sharking nearby, which means they're probably just gonna kill you. I know you dive in because you really want to kill the Rainmaker, really want to stop them, and you felt like you could do it. But at that moment, that's not really how you play defense. You play defense by holding, not dying. That's the important part. There's two ways you win the defense: by not dying and getting your special. Because when the enemy team is pushing, they want you to die, and they want to get specials first. So if you don't die and you get specials before them, that means you win the defense. Now, you're going to try to push out because you have no choice. And make sure to protect the Rainmaker. You're not protecting the Rainmaker. And you rush in and die. Yeah, okay. So, I'm just going to specify again. The ttek here mainly struggled with how their special even worked and good areas to throw it at. And also why they didn't get all too many kills without, like, you know, why they died without getting any kills, basically. So, we'll answer the killing part first. During the first half of the game, it felt like you weren't really securing new territory and you weren't really setting up for your next push, which meant you didn't really push in. It is very important to paint, not just for while you're in fights, but outside of fights. You need to be... Oh, I did not mean to start again. It's really important to just be fighting. You're not fighting, to be painting. This is Splatoon after all. It's an area control game. And while you're painting, you're also getting your special as well, which means you're setting up to break the enemy even more. And that goes into my second point, how your special works. Now, your special is a tri-strike. I could explain every single spot to throw a tri-strike at and what it'll do and its effects. But that would take me hours. So I'm going to give you a general rule of thumb. In order to make tri-strikes work, you need to at least be throwing one strike where the backline is. Because if you don't do that, the backline can actually just solo defend for them. So, or just snipe the Rainmaker or whatever. So you need to throw one at the backline, and then you need to throw one where, if the enemy were to hold this, we just cannot push. Those are typically places where the backline is. Typical places where they're like hard for you to reach, but easy for the enemy to get to, and can deny a push really easily. And the other one is kind of just eh. You can use 2 to displace the backline. You can use 2 to flush out areas. And if you're on defense, you mainly use them to break up enemy formation, and you do that by throwing them at the enemy. Make sure, regardless though, make sure you're always throwing at least one strike at a backline. That'll be it for me today. See y'all.